Alright guys, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. So we last went to this refugee camp and discovered that there's been a problem. I can't remember if somebody died in there or something like that. We have to go in. We met this dude, Ronald Harlow, from the City Hall, who's like a liaison to the refugees that came here, and they ended up living in a camp under the bridge. And the mayor won't let them go anywhere else. But we figured out this guy was trying to look older than he is with a little thin pencil mustache, and that he's really very inexperienced and usually doesn't like getting out and getting his feet dirty, so we got all that to convince him to let us through. So now we need to scout around the camp. He's told the police, let him in, and we're doing that. Yoshi, hello, don't mind me giving Iron Dragon ideas for waking you up too. How dare you? No! Don't do that. Let sleeping wolves lie, okay? Otherwise, how are things going, my friend? Is everything on the upward trajectory? So yeah, we're going to carry on with this. So this is all part of the main thing with the art theft. We discovered that there was this woman here who was pregnant. She was actually in the painting, possibly, that was taken, and it was actually based off of a photograph that we do not have a copy of. The artist Mercurio was killed by an assailant who came into his place but was surprised by him and killed him, and then tried to cover up the wound on his neck with it, tried to stop the bleeding, and failed, and the guy died. But he was tossing the place looking for the photograph that the painting was based off of, because it was actually from a masquerade party, and this guy here was sketched by him as well. This guy had like the devil mask on, and he was actually doing horrible things to a pregnant African woman. So yeah, seems like that's what this is all based around. It all started to get incredibly dark. Hey Yuri, hello. Hot water instead of cold. So it's running one way or the other. Okay, you are medicated. Well, that's good though. Thanks for the reminder. Yes, everybody, if you are taking medication and you haven't taken yours today, this is your daily reminder to take your medication. Thank you. Right, so we are... Where am I actually? I'm on the other side of the bridge. That's right. It's this way. Yeah, we came here dressed as a cop trying to sneak in, and we still got figured out by the guy standing at the door, who apparently isn't very good at his job and doesn't really want to be doing it anyway, but he's so good he could see through Sherlock's disguise, and we were like dressed as a cop. Oh, hello, I'm a private investigator. It was so ridiculous, so jarring. But I guess we're going to figure out what happened in here. Apparently somebody died? I don't know. Medicine makes me heavily dizzy and lightheaded as well as nauseous. Yeah, a lot of the side effects for some stuff is just pretty bad. Shy gets like dizziness and drowsiness as well from the ones she's taking. Not very good. 3 doses scheduled, frequently forgot my morning one. Oof. And this is all part of your post-op recovery, I guess, then, Yuri? Like, these are like are they antibiotics or pain meds or what? And yeah, definitely, like, if these are new meds you've just gone on, I imagine they would probably take a while to settle in your system, and hopefully the side effects won't be as severe once your body's got used to them. But if you've been taking them a while, I side with Yuri there and say, God, we're dropping frames again. What is going on? Oh my, that is a huge frame drop. Okay, it's stabilizing again, I think. But I would definitely side with Yuri. If you've been taking them a while and they're still doing that, talk to your doctor and see if they can make other adjustments, because they will. It'll usually take a few adjustments.
These refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed. We have seen some dark places in Cordona, but this...
Yeah. This is not a good scene at all. Doesn't look as though there's anything here.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Oh,
Mr.
the
Ronald
guy out there.
Sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
It means I'm here to
Short, I've been
survey.
sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam.
Ooh, damn.
Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector.
Because no one else has been murdered today. Is a common side effect for yours? I think depending on like the type of meds, there are some where it's common for all of them in the list. So, but your body can sometimes react differently with some over others, I guess. But yeah, hopefully though it will be something that eases. You're off the pain knocks. They are PRN 12-hour for most, but another should be when I wake up. Gotcha. So it's like a 1 per day thing, and then one in the I guess it would be a 2 per day, like 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, or. That one's just a micro meth, so it's not life-threatening if you forget it. Right. Okay, as long as it's not like a super important one. Mine's mental health meds, so normally normal for bad side effects, like you're playing chicken. Yes, it's Shy's on the same kind of stuff. So like I said, I feel like you've probably got similar side effect lists to the ones that are on the, I don't know what they're called, but the ones that she takes. They all seem to have commonalities. She's taking 3 different ones, and there's commonalities on the side effects. So, but yeah, it's because I guess what they're meant to do. So since they're all aiming to do roughly the same thing, the side effects are always going to be roughly the same, right? So that makes some sense. It is twice a day. Yeah, around 1300 or 100 with one at wake up. Gotcha. Right. Okay, let's see. Any other victims?
And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a
Turn
woman
down my
screaming
speaker.
who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
What do you want to bet that that's the lady we're here to find? Yeah. Having missed 2 doses of an SSRI in the past, do understand. Might have been 3. Ooh. Yeah, sometimes Shy will miss like 1. Like in the morning, she'll get to work and then she'll text me and say, I forgot to take my morning meds. And I'm like, oh. But, yeah, unless that becomes a regular habit, it tends not to throw things out of whack. So, and once or twice in the evening as well. Like, yeah, I mean, I take magnesium for my leg because I get like cramps in my calves. And that's why I'm taking magnesium supplements. And over time, it's built up in the system to where it's fine. But if I stop taking them for a while, it'll start getting worse again. But one day without one, if I forget in the evening, because I have it after dinner, it's usually not a problem. But without fail, if I stop for a week, by the end of that week, I'll probably start having like cramps in one of my calf muscles in the middle of the night again. It's not fun. Those things suck. I end up hobbling around the house afterwards.
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity?
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Drugs which mess with brain chemistry are a whole other animal. That is true, yeah. I mean, mine's just a supplement. So you guys are talking about entirely different things here.
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right?
Whole other
I've got a
magnitude
camp
of
full
med.
Suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
Okay. So we've got 2 evidence updates. Alright. What is this? Camp intruder's body and the scene. Let's go straight to the body first and let's have a look at it then. Let's see.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body. 0.
Yeah, we should hang a sign up outside our house. Days without a murder to investigate. Ooh. Ooh, there be blood here. Well, we'll look at the scene in a little while. I want to find this body. Where's he at? Where did they put him?
These events have fractured into so many pieces. But I know you can collect them all, Sherlock.
So you are only just starting them, Yoshi. Gotcha. Yeah, so there's still an adjustment phase that you're in, I guess. Yeah. I will hope, though, that things slowly but surely start to even out. They will do. It's just rough at that point, yeah. Ooh. Well, this guy's not dead, even though the animation's failed. But he did take a nasty gash. So I guess the guy fought back, right? Are we going to have to piece together the scene when we do that and find out they've got these numbers in the wrong order? I bet we are. I bet that's what we're going to figure out. But where's the body been moved to? Might be over here somewhere? Officer, how's it going? Still would inform the doc. Yeah, I would say that's prudent, for sure. Most drugs are a 3+ month trial period. Negative effects from the start can be something of concern depending. That's a good point. Definitely take that advice on. And it's only 50 mg currently waiting on doctor appointment to discuss them. Okay, so you're already on that. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay. Dude's got a tattoo on his neck. Interesting. Well, let's start at the top and work our way down. So he's got bruising on the side of the
An
face.
interesting tattoo. Does it mean something?
I'm going to say the cause of death was being stabbed in the chest with a dagger.
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's not a local knife. We can work that other bit out in a moment. Let's just see if there's okay stuff without going into focus mode.
Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping, John.
This is our limping guy. Let me guess. Do he happen to have any Labats? Not Labat. What were they called? Le Pen cigarettes or whatever they were? Not Le Pen. I don't remember now. Some other type of cigarette.
I'd say the blade penetrated upward.
Mal
However,
Pal.
the wound
Pal
is
Mal.
too messy to be certain.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's go into this mode. Coal
Coal
dust.
dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
This is the guy that broke into the gallery.
This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
Yeah, he's like, I'm putting the pieces together. I think there's something important to this. Like, I'm literally sat here saying, this is the guy that broke into the gallery. Holmes, wake up. Speed. You gotta speed this shit up, brother. You know. Okay, so let's just re-review that. Stabbed with a naval dirk. Blade penetrated upward, however the stab wound in the chest is lacerated as if the dirk was moved around while still in the chest cavity. So he was stabbed and it was wiggled around a bit, I guess. shoe sole is more worn than the other because he's a limper. The coal dust under the fingernails, which will have come from the coal chute, and the tattoo on the neck of two horizontal lines, one over another with a point at the top. Don't think we've come across that imagery yet as part of this investigation. But we also had his valuables, didn't we? We said we were going to look at what items he had on him.
Are you able to help me?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer. If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Ooh. What is the passage for? Jackson, office, hysteria, money, public eye, nope. Low salary, what? Camp lockdown, take refugees out. Old sleuth, nope, doesn't help. So camp lockdown and refugees.
If they find out...
Low salary's got nothing to do with it. That hasn't got anything to do with it. Take refugees out. No hysteria. Nope. Money? Public? Nope. Camp lockdown. There we go. Oof. Did that wrong. But just did it right. Police officers are worried that the situation with the dead body will put the camp into a strict lockdown and they will lose the money flow they were earning from a scheme.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here. Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea? We have seen some dark places in Cordova, but this...
Okay. But what about his personal possessions? Like, where did they end up? Okay. John gave us... has suggested we can learn more about the matter by asking around the camp. We should do this before we leave the camp for good. The place might be put into lockdown again. I'll get on that in a moment. Let's examine the scene then. So what is this? These must be the person's private items?
A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
Might have been his own dirk. If these are his possessions? Lots of monies.
£1,000.
Wow.
A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
That is walking around money. Right there.
Malpal, soaked with salt water.
Yep. Okay, so we got Malpal cigarettes, which we found at the camp, not the camp, the other crime scene. The gallery. What do we got here?
A furrow in the ground.
So is this where he was pushed, I guess?
A blood trail leading to or from the canal.
I'd say to, given the direction of the foot. So this might be where he was, like, tossed over?
Clearly a left handprint here.
A left hand print. Let's have one other look here. So his left hand. I mean, it doesn't have any blood on it now, but he did fall in the water, so it would have washed off, right? So, but his hand isn't wounded at the very least. Like, he could have had blood on his hands from clutching his wound and braced himself here and then fell over. The broken pottery and bloodstains.
Someone bled profusely here. A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
So he crashed through the crates, I guess. What else have we got here? Barefoot. Size 10 barefoot
A
prints.
man's footprint.
Okay. And
A heavy boot with a worn-out sole.
yep, that's the victims. And a police
boots.
boot.
Always happy to trample evidence.
Or were they part of it? Were there officers in here at the time? The ones who have a scheme going that we need to figure out. Oh,
Carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
Okay.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike. No hint of blood or impact.
So this could have been brandished as a weapon and then never
Might have been
used.
used as an improvised weapon.
Didn't get a chance to. Okay.
Someone was dragged against their will.
That could be the lady that the guy came to.
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
Yeah, but we'll just leave him here and stand here and watch him instead of getting him medical attention, you know.
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
Well, I mean, the front door. He maybe just walked in here. Wounded refugee. We need to go and get some stuff for this guy. Let's look around. What have we got here? Ooh.
That will kill, not save him.
Let's feed him some random plant that grows down by the river.
He's been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
Well, all right then. I'm trying to find medical balm and herbs. Looking for the equivalent of a green herb.
It won't do any good.
No? What is the... We could bandage.
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Yeah. I will take that. We could give him some food. Boiled water, therefore clean.
Use it to create a solution.
Create a solution. Solutions are used for problems. Was this? I'm sure I saw something blue over here as well. Oh, excuse me, just taking a walk over the body real quick.
I'm afraid these leaves can only be added to tea.
Yeah, I could use it with the water to make him a nice cup of tea, though. Couldn't I? What about those? Aloe!
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading.
Nice.
I've collated all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid solution.
Alright. Oh, Jesus. Sherlock's getting a little out of shape. We can do a chemi analysis. Here we go. We need a -2, 1 green, 2 blue. The 4 here we can halve, right? So we could do that first. Let's just pull that over here and out of the way. Bloop. That makes a 2. We have a 2 here that we could do the same thing to. And halve it and then mix them together like that. So we've got the 1 and the 2 sorted. The -2 on the other hand. Okay, -2. I can take the 3 here. We can flip it around first to make it into a -3. And then we can add there to make it -2. And we can do this. Yes. Easy. I'm going to save a life.
Thank you.
There you go.
This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from
Well,
the infection.
maybe sit up to drink the water and then lie down. Man, we dropped a whole bunch more frames again. Looks like the internet's having a weird day, guys. Sorry about that. Not sure what I could do about that. Now we need to figure out what's going on at the refugee camp. I feel like I should talk to somebody, but could it be only in disguise as a cop? It doesn't show the disguise icon.
May I ask you something?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
No, I don't think you would you? Couldn't just go around asking random people. I'm not going to go and ask the suspiciously acting people as well, because they're not going to tell me shit.
You still here?
Provide evidence.
I'll just
We
look
have
around and do
nothing
my
to show him
thing.
yet.
You won't even notice me.
I wish.
Can I do anything with the Mine Palace? Coal dust under the man's nails and coal prints, though we can do that, but that's nothing at all to do with this thing. Thug visited Vogel's gallery. He's the guy who broke into the gallery. Okay. And that's that. We've got nothing else we can put together. So let's see what it says in the evidence. I bumped into 2 police officers in the camp discussing some sort of scheme. The fact that a dead man could cut off the flow of money. John suggests we could learn more by asking around the camp. I wonder if I can talk to the guy I just saved. That's the point. Oh, he's got no interaction icon. Man, what about you over here?
Back off. Back off.
He's telling me to back off. Well, okay then. I guess we are gonna go and just... No? Oh yeah, we can.
Excuse me, just one question.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Okie dokie. What about you?
Excuse me, just one question.
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
Yeah, so let me guess. If I dress as a copper, these guys might talk to me then. I'm just gonna hide here. Put on the cop's uniform. And my mustache of authority. Alright. Now, will you talk to me?
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
No. Pretending to be a copper. How low can you go?
Can I ask you a question?
Unfortunately, my casebook is empty on this.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on
Oh
purpose?
boy. Let's read the full entry. Police officers are worried the situation with the dead body will put the camp into a strict lockdown and they will lose the money flow they were earning from their scheme. So those 2 cops are the ones in on the scheme. And we should do this before we leave the camp. So if we leave the camp, we fail this mission.
May I ask you something?
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I just go and talk to this guy, you know. If I go through this door, it's gonna fail, I bet, right? Because I'm thinking, do I need to go and speak to the other dude there? This is a test. I'm gonna make a save. Actually, that's not really gonna help, because if I reload, I will reload outside. It'll put me at a fast travel point, and it will auto-fail again anyway. Let's see. Nope. Okay, we're good.
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, I'm not Mr. Holmes, I'm Officer Holmes, but it's not this guy. What about you?
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
Okay, it's none of these guys. I don't think I just talk to this guy and provide evidence. That would not be right. Like, I come to this guy with evidence about what we've discovered. All we've got right now is a rumor that there's, like, some kind of thing going on. But I guess we ought to try it. Because there's not much of anything else I can do, so... That's the one.
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads.
Well, that didn't really go anywhere. Inspector Tewksbury says he's heard nothing about shady dealings, but doesn't seem surprised that his colleagues are involved. Well, I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to... You know what we could do? We could try and disguise ourselves as a hobo type. What do we have that's sufficiently homeless looking? Apparently, not that. We did have something, though, that looked very rough and local. Are we gonna put the tracksuit on again? Oh my god, we are. We're putting the tracksuit on, guys. Here we go. That doesn't make a difference. Scruffy exterior does. And scars. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Let's see if I can talk to these guys like this. And try to pretend to get in on the scheme and be like, hey, can you sneak me out? I want to go visit my sick grandmother in, you know, Slovakia.
Could you help me?
It's illegal to disturb an officer without a good reason. Ask someone else.
Didn't work. And you, just for the sake of a test?
It's hard to say when I don't know anything.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
John, you need to learn patience, bro. Patience. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get this. It's only like a little side challenge. It's not important for the full thing, but I want to get it, because I can't stand John's belly aching when I don't. Oh, I thought you were better than this, Sherry. It's like, well, you shut the fuck up. You know, I've talked to them as me, as a cop, and as a criminal. What the hell else can I talk to them as? Jeez. Well, we need to find out how the intruder broke into the camp. What are the options? Well, duh, let's put the normal outfit back on then. Let's put this on. Take that off. Do that. There we go. Talk to them as a hooker. I don't think I have that outfit. But clearly a way into the camp is the way that they smuggle people out of the camp, which is this place over here. Unopened for a long time.
I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Okay. So that's a no. I don't think he was there. I mean, this isn't exactly Fort Knox, is it? You know, how did he get into the camp? There's a door right over there. But he would have probably needed to go past... Oh, what is this? Interesting. Why is there a ghost here like this? That's weird. Oh, because there's cigarettes here. We know this guy is a terrible habitual smoker.
A single Malpal butt.
A single one amongst all of them.
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers.
There's a cop
So
inside there who's smoking.
Infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
Look, see, there's this guy here who's just puffing away. Wonder if he had anything to do with this then. But we've now got this scene. So we can put this together. I'll just lay down on this bridge. Everyone will be like, what the hell is he doing? I'm thinking. Alright, John. Let's work our way through from here then, I guess, from the start of the scuffle. So we've got someone in bare feet getting dragged. Took you a while to find the SIGs too. Yeah, I was like, huh? What? What's over here? Yeah, they definitely were not just strolling out together. He was trying to drag her along and she was resisting, hence the scrapey footprints, right? Because we heard from the cops there was a scuffle. This guy came in, started grabbing a woman and dragging her around, and then others took it upon themselves to defend her. This dude here picks up a branch to take a swipe at him, and he pulled his dirk out and cut across his chest. That kind of tracks, and that's where the blood from down there came from. And then here, more people. And he chucked her to one side. The beads probably got broken. What else is here, though? Let's just see what all the options are on this one. Yeah, no. He was trying to drag her out of here, so he wasn't protecting her from everybody else, as far as we know. And then they chase him. Or they fight. But we do see these extra prints here, look. So this guy must have been running after him and he was trying to get away. Didn't look where he was going, tripped over a bunch of boxes. Or... see, that doesn't involve the boxes. Did he literally just stab himself? Oh my god, he did. He tripped over and stabbed himself with his own blade. And fell into the freaking river. Well, that's embarrassing. Oh, he got sparted into the river. This is madness. This Calm down there! No. So that happened. And then he went. And it was like, well, shit. Now we're all in trouble. Is that good?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
What? Okay, so maybe they did Sparta him into the river. Oosh, get out of here. That doesn't explain the bloody handprint, though. Whereas that does, because his hand's going there, look. I do think all of these are right. Did we ever look at a second option for this? Though we didn't, did we? No. Well, she's trying to get away there. Maybe that's what we got wrong. Yeah, oh, right, yeah, I got this wrong because he's defending her here, but he's dragging her there. I didn't look at the second one in the list. That must be the thing we got wrong then. There we go. Everything else was correct.
Came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the
took
falling
flight and
crates.
fled.
He stumbled
Good.
and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However,
That's
the
so
wound
embarrassing.
didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
Mm-hmm.
You live by the sword, you die by
Did you get the SIG cop, though? Yeah, he wasn't in any of them, so... So the footprints from the cops in the crime scene are just from them coming in after the fact. They weren't involved directly. Okie dokie. So we got that. So we figured that bit out. I have no idea what this is. What's really going on in the camp? I mean, obviously cops are smuggling people out of the camp to, I don't know, get work or something maybe, and they're taking a cut to allow them out so that they can go and earn money and then come back in and pay them in order to get out again and keep going. That's probably what's happening. And I don't think it's important to the actual main thing. I would like very much, though, to know. It's so maddening that I can't figure that out. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to poke dressed as what without pissing John off every 5 seconds. I get kind of fed up of hearing him be like, you're not even trying. It's like, I am trying. That's exactly what I'm doing here, John. I'm trying. If I wasn't trying, I'd be sat on my ass doing nothing. There's nothing else down here. Okay. But yeah, this guy here is obviously the cigarette-smoking cop who let him in. It's gonna come out that it's him, right? We're gonna confront him as part of this at some point. But yeah, I've tried talking to everybody about it, and... you know... this guy can't be interacted with. None of these other cops will talk to me about it when I'm dressed in any potential outfit that should help. I either come to them as a cop, or I come to them as a hobo, you know? I can't imagine any other... I haven't tried the ice cream man, though. Will they tell the ice cream man? I can't imagine anything else, you know, like working in my favor. And I could just look it up, but honestly, no. Alright, so it was a failed kidnapping. Let's have a look at this as well. Thug tried to grab the girl away, but didn't hurt the girl. came to kidnap the woman, had an opportunity to kill her, but it wasn't his goal. Meaning a henchman. Yeah, I mean, I was already kind of figuring this guy's cleaning up the mess for whichever high society guy was at that masquerade. The one who was abusing her. And he wanted it covered up, basically.
You still here?
Are you? Alright.
Inspector, I believe I can aid your investigation. I know who the dead man is and what really happened here.
You do? Well, good for you. But I'm afraid I'm not the one you need to share your findings with. Speak to Mr. Harlow here.
I don't want to talk to you, basically.
Things in the camp.
You don't even care to listen?
Oh, I do care. And maybe even more than I need to. But I'm only here today to lock the place up, question witnesses, and file the facts.
Oh, you don't want to do more than you're getting paid for.
Conclusions is not among my tasks here. You fellows at City Hall do that. Anyway, speak to the supervisor. I'll just stand by and listen to what you have to say.
Alright.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect them.
No, I didn't actually
But brawl
talk to the
broke
smoking
out.
guy,
In the
though.
chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his
Well,
own
I
way.
tried to, but he just kept saying, I don't know anything about that.
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And judging by the blood at the scene,
Well, the facts meaning don't
the
care about
intruder
what you
managed to
think.
raise himself,
True.
but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problem is, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You need to create the Internal Affairs Department and then investigate a cop.
There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes.
Also, I'm just going to say
I'll
this,
take
you
it
should
from
go
here.
and get your kidneys
Meanwhile,
checked
I'll
out
make
because
sure the police
you're
aren't
very
detaining the refugees any
yellow.
longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
very jaundiced
Do
looking.
you think one small clock can make any difference in this place?
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
Yes, bring it all down. So... he still wants us to figure that out, though. But yeah, talking to the smoking cop just produced the same results. Oh! But now there's more people here. The refugees are back out. And the cops have cleared out. Oh, maybe this is how we get the answer. We talk to one of these folk. Those cops are still down there, though. I wonder if there's anybody else in there with them now? No. Okay. Maybe now we get our opportunity. Let's try a few things. I want to talk to these folks just sitting here. Probably won't talk to me here as me.
They often take us from the camps to work.
Oh, they might.
Most don't mind though. It's the only way we
Exactly what I said it was. They're basically... it's like, you know, pay for a visa out of the camp situation. Pay for a work visa. You know, a day release. So you can go out, earn money, come back, and then you pay us again tomorrow. We'll let you back out, go carry on working somewhere, come back, you know. So according to the refugees, some shady people regularly visit the camp and take refugees away with them to perform various work. Work is usually hard, but the refugees receive money and food. The girl was abused after she was supposedly taken to such work. Okay. So it is kind of related. She was, you know, there's some people came in here looking for ladies to come to a party, knowing that bad things were going to be done to them. And then she was brought back. And then the refugees decide not to allow their women to be taken anymore.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
Yes. Okay, so it was kind of, you know, part of it. John has redrawn the photograph. Blah, blah, blah. Scars, refugee camps. No longer detained. Now I can find the girl. Great. Now we can talk around and ask people about this. Let's ask this one.
May I ask you something?
Hi.
Sorry. We don't see much here.
All right. You'll talk to not me. Will you speak to... oh, I don't know. Rufus the gangster? Let's put that on as well. Actually, they'll probably talk more to a local. Well, maybe they won't, because they're not local either. They're refugees, so... I don't want them to see me as a figure of authority, so let's just really pile it all on. There we go. Slave camp with extra steps, basically. Yes. Who wouldn't want to talk with the ice cream guy? That too, that's plan C. I'll talk to this one here. Let's see if she knows anything.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
What about the guy over here? Or what about the guy who got stabbed? No, can't talk to him still. Hi.
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds.
No, that was the investigator. I'm in disguise as a
The police
gangster.
will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
I like how we have to be in disguise and it doesn't matter sometimes. They know who we
Nobody
are.
would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for her too.
Yes, I saw you in my
Wanted to
mind's
take the
eye,
girl away.
tackling him.
But we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need...
Yeah, it just shows how they really don't
Let me speak
matter,
down.
yeah.
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Nayla if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
You would think if you came to them not dressed as just Sherlock Holmes,
Hello, Nayla?
then they'd be like, who are you? Go away. And you wouldn't get this cutscene.
My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help.
Oh,
I'm
he
trying to
looks
find the
very
people involved and
trustworthy.
bring them to justice, please.
I'm here for
There is a
justice.
photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people?
Yes, here's a photograph of you getting abused. I'm just going to wave it in your face and ask you some information about it. It's a
Nayla,
great way to, you know, help.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
I don't deal with people usually.
But you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this
Get
cross.
told,
Go
Sherry.
away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
A cross.
Glad that wasn't me.
Technically that was you, Jonks. You are me.
Nayla doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
Alright. So we got a camp intruder had a tattoo. The man found dead inside the refugee camp has a distinctive tattoo on the neck, 2 lines with a point on top. This man did not come here by chance. He is a very important thread in this case. The tattoo will help me pull it. Okay. The Defiler has a particular cross. Drew a cross-shaped badge she shoved on the Defiler's chest. Okay. The Defiler is a high-ranking official. Badges such as these are awarded to high-ranking officials. He might be one of them. Okay. And anything else we can do with that? Nope. Okay. Casebook. So we can look this up. So we're looking for someone who was awarded basically some kind of medal. So they have military or civic service. So we found the photograph of a vile act perpetrated on the young woman by a debauched man. John sketched the abuser. She drew a peculiar cross-shaped badge she saw on his chest. It's like he wore his medals to basically a rape orgy. This guy, not nice. They're usually awarded to British high-ranking officials. Not many visit Cordona, let alone work on the island. I wonder how we can deal with this camp tattoo thing before we leave. Maybe we can talk around about this, or maybe we have to hold on to that for another thing. I don't know. We can always probably come back here now. Alright. Well, since the disguise doesn't really matter, good effort though, good effort. Yeah. Alright. John can stay as a minister for now. Actually, maybe we could ask this guy about the tattoo. Is it known to them?
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why?
Yes.
You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours.
So you do know more about it.
Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scaladio. His company imports
He's a
goods and
respectable
wines
businessman.
and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo.
I do legitimate
Just
business.
like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Mm-hmm. Can we talk to him about anything else? No? Okay. Well, there we go then. See, I got more info. Now then, we need to go do some archival stuff. I'm going to do this one first. Men tied to a certain Niccolo Bernadotti possesses tattoos such as this. He's a businessman from Scaladio, rumored to run a smuggling chain covering import goods, wines. Where would we find info on that? City Hall, probably. We can at least find out about his so-called legitimate operations, his fronts. Okay. This is just a business. Well, City Hall's down there. So we could do that. Or there might be info in the Chronicle. I should probably always be checking there before I check anywhere else. Because remember we were looking in the City Hall or the police archives and it was like, no, it's the newspaper. You will only get this particular address of a person from an interview they did. And I'm like, really? Come on. But there could be information about this tattoo in the police. You know what? We are going to do that. We're going to go to the police first. I need to go back. This will be easier. We'll go down Adler Street. Irene will show us the way. Maybe not the correct way, but she'll show us a way. Alright, a little further. Right, yeah, has nobody cleaned this place up yet? All that stuff that got knocked over on a previous case, and people are like, I'm just going to leave those apples and oranges on the floor. It's fine. They belong to the ground now. Move. Yeah, this is the police station. Because we might get to know about other henchmen. Right? And some high-ranking official on the British side of things must be working with the smuggler, and they have a business relationship, and that's how this knife man showed up there. So let's see. Evidence. I don't think we actually know what we look for, come to think of it. Businessman from, okay, Scaladio. Rumored to run a smuggling chain. This would be a criminal pattern, maybe. Crime, smuggling. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I did it. First time. Niccolo Bernadotti, born 1834, businessman, patron well known for in Cordona, founder and owner of the Bernadotti Company Limited, established 1873, main office, southeastern Scaladio Bazaar Road, near the crossing with Roman Road. Mr. Bernadotti was brought in for questioning on February 13th, 76, after a tip from one of our anonymous sources. The source provided information on that points to Mr. Bernadotti's connection to the smuggling of liquors and items of antique art between British colonies Cordona and the rest of the United Kingdom. People allegedly worked for Mr. Bernadotti's company were previously linked to a number of unlawful activities, including robbery, violence, racketeering, and blackmailing. So he's a mobster. Mr. Bernadotti was called in for questioning as a witness, since there is no tangible evidence to serve any charges. During the questioning carried out by myself and Officer Booth, Mr. Bernadotti claimed to be unaware of any operations and facts provided by our source. He's like, I know nothing. I know nothing. Nothing. No, I know nothing. I have no information. And no information could be obtained on his activities before he moved to Britain, documented or otherwise. As Mr. Bernadotti claims, up until 1873 he lived in Sicilia, Italy, where he had a vending business until he moved to London and began importing goods. Conclusion, it is not possible to incriminate Mr. Bernadotti with anything connected to the case. Inspector Herbert Ryder. The crime writer.
Slice of life. The police had a lot on him, and at the same time, nothing at all. Amateurs.
Yep. It's like, look, we've got all this evidence, enough to suspect you, but we can't connect you to it. It's like, don't you have evidence? That's how you connect him to it. Alrighty then. Actually, do we get the second piece of information from here, come to think of it? Oh, this is the sketch of the abuser. Let's go figure this out. This... Ooh. We may get information at the Chronicle about this, actually. Newspaper articles, like if somebody like this waltzes into the city, it's going to be news, right? It's going to be like this guy gets awarded a medal. It's going to be news. And if he's actively here in Cordona, that must mean he's a resident. And that he was awarded this particular honor, whatever type it is. So let's see if we can figure it out from here first. We don't know when. We know that this is an official, not a celebrity. Not many of those visit Cordona, let alone work on the island, so it wouldn't be a district. We don't have a lot to really pick out of here, do we? It could be either one of these three, articles and interviews, and we don't know when, but we would assume sometime in the last 10 years. No. No. John's gonna be pissed at me. He's gonna be like, oh my god, he's doing this again. Yes, John, it's called research. You have to check everything against everything else. Alright, it's definitely not something we get from here then, otherwise we'd have probably found it with those searches. So back to City Hall. We're not going to find information about this guy on, you know, on thingies, on the police database. Those are the only places I can get info, right? It's the police, the newspaper, the City Hall. There's no other information source, if I'm not mistaken. No. Okay. Like, there's no medical place or anything of the sort. Did we get everything from the bridge, by the way? The refugee camp? We did. Nice. 100% of evidence collected. Am I actually going the right way? My kingdom for a mini-map. Yes. Yes, we are. Stay on Queen Street. On Her Majesty's Road. Good old Vicky. Alright, there's the City Hall. Around the front, is this City Hall? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. I was like, is it? Or, yeah. Alright. Oh, here we go. Move, child. Out of the way. Hi, I'm back. I am coming to peruse your archive. Again, it's going to be an official. We don't know. Oh, it'll be under British rule, no doubt. It's not going to be from, like, the 1700s, unless this guy actually is an immortal. Hey, there we go. Occupation. Thomas Norton. Born 1840 in London. Graduated University of Oxford 1864. In 1869, started working at the Home Office as a secretary. 75, took position as a military commissioner in India, honoured by the Queen herself with the Order of the Bath. The Order of the... Hang on. Is that even a thing, or is that just something they made up for the game? The Order of the Bath. It is actually a thing. Oh my. Oh my god. Wikipedia. No. Where's the close button? Go away. It's just covered half the article with a begging notice. Alright. The most honourable Order of the Bath. I cannot believe there is actually an Order of the Bath. Y'all gonna learn something here today. I'm just reading this article real quick. It is a British Order of Chivalry founded by King George I on the 18th of May, 1725. Recipients of the order are usually senior military officers or civil servants, and the monarch awards it to on the advice of His Majesty's government. In other words, the government say, this guy here, we want him to feel important. Give him a medal. He's gonna support my next bill in Parliament if we give him a medal. So, you know, the name derives from an elaborate medieval ceremony for preparing a candidate to receive a knighthood. Oh, so it's like a precursory knighthood, of which the ritual bathing as a symbol of purification was an element. While not all knights went through such an elaborate ceremony, knights so created were known as the Knights of the Bath. Okay. It's just so silly sounding. The Knights of the Bath. George I constituted, that's a word, the Knights of the Bath as a regular military order. He did not receive the order, which did not previously exist, not revive the order, sorry, in the which did not previously exist in the sense of a body of knights covered by the set of statutes. This is getting kind of dry now. The order consists of the sovereign of the United Kingdom, currently King Charles III at the time, and that's now. Right. The Great Master is currently Prince William, and 3 class members the Knight Grand Cross, or the GCB, or the Dame Grand Cross, the Knight Commander, or Dame Commander, and a companion. Interesting. You know as well, during the coronation, I might have actually read about this before now that I'm reading this. This does actually strike a bit of a memory. I remember seeing something about it in the preparations, and like the iconographies on display was about the Honourable Order of the Bath or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of some other order. Yeah. So yeah, it's actually a real thing then. How about that? But the medal doesn't look like a cross. It's actually more like a bunch of, like, feathers. Maybe it was in the day, though. Maybe the actual look of it has changed over the years. Because the picture we've got on the game here kind of looks like the Victoria Cross. So, you know. Interesting. Oh, okay, no, there is actually a cross version, according to this article as well. The insignia of a Knight's Grand Cross of the military division of the Order. So there are different divisions of the Order. There's a star version, which looks like feathery kind of things, as part of the military division as well. The star neckband awarded by Sir Charles. Okay, no, that's the unique one. Interesting. Well, we are learning real-world things today. So where were we? Order of the Bath in 1877, and in the 1st of March 1878 was appointed as the British envoy to Cordona. This guy is the envoy. Oh my god. We're going against the British envoy. Well, that's like the highest ranking official on the island on behalf of the government. That's not great.